How you doing, friends? Welcome back. So we're going to do another RV, I guess we'll call it an upgrade. I've been having some trouble with one of the thermostats. It's a capacitive touch Dometic thermostat in the fifth wheel that we have here. So there's one for the downstairs air conditioner. There's another one for the one up here in the bedroom. The one in the bedroom surprisingly works better. I don't really know what the difference is, but the one here in, we'll call it the hallway, even though it's 3 feet long, but the thermostat here in the hallway is the one that's been giving me problems. And we're going to switch that out with a, what's this new one called? An Easy Touch. Here, I'll show it to you real quick. This is what we're going to replace the capacitive touch that's in here that was stock with one of these, the Micro Air Easy Touch RV thermostat. And my understanding is the screen is going to be more of like a, it might also be a capacitive touch type thing. It's what would be similar to in a cell phone type of screen. I've seen a few of these advertised. I've seen a few of them on various websites and RV forums and stuff like that. So haven't really been able to find a good video that I could trust. Wasn't like some sort of marketing video where somebody was being paid to say, yeah, sure, it's great. So we're going to install one today and we're going to find out just how good it is. So we're going to start by taking the stock one off and go from there. Before we do that, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We've got the unit itself was bubble wrapped, which was nice. And it also, you know, when it's inside the box here, there was a little bit of airspace above. They had some packing peanuts in there to keep it from rattling around too much in the box during shipping. So that was a nice touch. There's the back. It's got 2 screws and 2 wall anchors. Then of course the back, you can see it's got the 2 mounting holes and the fastener there in the center for the wire hookups that'll come out of the old one and plug into this one. This little paper here shows you the icons that will show up on the screen. You got your settings, calibration, sleep, heat pump, heating strip, which I do not have, heat, cold auto, home. It's got a Wi-Fi and a Bluetooth function. So we're going to explore that as well, see how that turns out. I don't know if I'll do that today, but I may look into that more. And then when I know more about it, I'll do an update video or something like that. And there's a couple of extra screws and some caps here. Again, I don't really know why they included that, but it doesn't seem like that would really work so well with the back of this, more than just the heads of those screws there. So anyway, let's get the old one off the wall and we'll work on getting this one installed and powered up. So here's the existing one. I've turned off the air conditioner, so it's a little bit quieter in here, but it lights up. Of course, you know, you can run through the modes. There's auto. Got it set at 72 degrees. We'll bump it up to 73. It's actually working better now than it was. When you take these things off, they got a faceplate. They just snap in. Seems like they have a little bit of problem. And there goes the air conditioner. Let's shut this back off so you can hear me. But they seem like they've got a little bit of an issue with the capacitive touch here. If you touch both of these buttons together, it'll change from Fahrenheit to Celsius or back again. I've noticed that if I just press the one button here, regardless of whether it's up or down, it will do that as well. So there's definitely some sort of an issue where these somehow sense one another. I don't know, and I've taken pretty close care to make sure that I was pressing just the one button, that I wasn't sloppily, you know, touching the other one at the same time or something. But I'll show you how this comes off. It's pretty easy, just snaps off there. You can see it's got the little clips on the back. On the inside, whatever that capacitive touch is, it's got like it's probably like a steel wool or something that's crammed inside that little square. It doesn't look like steel wool, but I don't know. I'm not real sure whatever it is, it's got to be transferring the touch from the outside to the button on the inside, so you can actually touch the buttons. That's how this has actually been working for the last couple of months anyway. I just took the faceplate off and just touching these buttons here. Works just fine that way. So inside here there's 3 screws and 3 wires. Those are going to be the 3 that are going to match up to the new one. You got 2 screws. You got one here and one up here. We got to take those out and we'll pull it away from the wall, and we'll have to mark and drill a set of new holes for the new hardware. I see what they did here. So well, let me show you with both here. So you got the 2 anchors, the 2 screws, and you got the little plastic jobs. And you've got that little strip of plastic that runs in between the 2. You can kind of see that there. So what they did is they're spacing that out already for you, so you don't have to measure. You can just drill your holes and pop them right in there. And then once it's attached to the wall, you break the strip in between, and then that leaves you this little plastic spacer here on the top of each one of those screws. And that gives you something for the faceplate or the wall faceplate to snap into. So they're basically just giving you your spacing is what they've done. That's nice. So there's the new one installed on the wall. It's really not that hard. You get the 2 screws, and like I said, it gives you that spacer, so it's pretty easy. Just make sure they're level. And in this case, I just screwed them in the wall. I didn't bother using the wall anchors. There's 3 wires. There's your 12 volt ground, and your communication wire. In this case, for this particular application, it's going to be a little different depending on your rig and whatever thermostat you had as the stock thermostat. But for me, the 12 volt is of course 12 volt power. That's the red one. The brown one is a 12 volt ground, and then the yellow one was the communication wire. And the little plug on the back, they just snapped right in. Just press them right in the hole. It labels it on the back of the thing, the back of this, what they are, so it's pretty easy. You just unscrew them out of the one, plug them into this one, and the screen lights up. So I don't think this is capacitive touch. I think this is actually a pressure sensitive screen. But there's the inside temperature. Here's or the inside, what the air conditioner set at. This is what the temperature is inside, 77 degrees. And then you can adjust your temperature up and down. That's the heater. Fan back to cool. This should be your fan speed. I don't know what this is. Gonna have to play with it a little bit to try to figure it out. We'll take a quick look at some of the other features. That wakes it back up. Turn it off for a second. Go to settings. You can download a set of instructions, which they actually emailed me a download for instructions, which was also a nice touch, I thought. But you got your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth. Let's see, factory reset. We don't need to worry with that. The brightness, so you got your sleep brightness and your awake brightness. So this should be what we're looking at now. Bump that back down. This, I think, has something to do with setting it for like when you're home versus when you're away. You can actually program this thing to run the air conditioner more when you're home and less when you're away to conserve electricity. Then your back button. These are your program settings for whether you're home or away. You can set various things, and you can of course get rid of them. Disable. This is your local time. I have to figure out how to set all this stuff because the local time is not correct either. So yeah, it's nice. Nice little setup there. We'll look at the directions and come back later with maybe a more detailed video of how this thing actually operates and what some of those functions are. Maybe set up the home and away thing. That might be good. And we'll do a follow-up video at some point. That may also include what I think about the build quality and the operational quality, the programming of this item. So I do like the inside temperature that you can actually see that. That's nice. And the sleep screen, you know, it tells you what the settings are, just kind of dims it down a little bit for you. So that's also nice. Pretty easy upgrade. We'll let this run for a little bit and test it out, and we'll come back with a review. My initial assessment, the build quality, the packaging was pretty nice. They did a good job packaging it. Build quality seems okay. I would like to the screen have a different, you know, more like a cell phone type screen rather than the pressure touch, but whatever. I mean, if it works, it works. We'll see how it is. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. That helps out with getting the video out onto the platform. And if you haven't subscribed, you want to stay up to date on future videos, hit that subscribe button. That'll keep you up to date on videos coming out in the future. So thanks again. We'll see you on the next one. you.